is News Conference Extra with Conan Nolan.
Good morning and welcome to News Conference Extra, a special segment of Today in LA Weekend. A new survey by the Los Angeles Times indicates a large majority of voters in Los Angeles County say law enforcement has to get in the game when it comes to the homeless crisis in order to deal with a mounting health crisis due to unsanitary conditions at homeless encampments and the amount of drug abuse and gang activity. In the meantime, 95% of those surveyed said the homeless problem is the #1 problem for the county of Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Business Council was a co-sponsor, or actually the sponsor of the survey. Mary Leslie is the president of that organization. First of all, thank you very much for coming. Hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. 95%. That's astonishing.
Yeah, first time ever.
They said this is the issue that our public policy folks at City Hall and the County Board of Supervisors have to be dealing with.
Absolutely. That's absolutely what they said. And also the state of California, let's not leave them out. This is a crisis statewide, right? 95,000 people are living on the streets of California right now, 58,000 in the county of Los Angeles. And for us, this poll was so important, and we appreciate the partnership with the LA Times and also with UCLA in doing it, because after all these years, you know, we had our 18th annual Mayoral Housing Summit this last Friday, so we've been in it a few years. We realized that no matter all the support that we had given this issue, Prop HHH, that when the LAHSA numbers came out—
LAHSA being the Los Angeles—
Yes, a homeless service organization that deals with city and county, all 88 cities. Basically, they said that we were failing, that the homelessness was on the rise, that after all our efforts, you know, we needed to address this. We need to look at different ways to solve this problem. So that's why we thought it was a good idea to conduct the poll.
Right, but your survey seems to indicate that a majority, 63%, say it's more than that. We need police to get involved because homeless people do not have the right to degrade a neighborhood.
Police were not viewed in the poll as being the people that would be providing permanent supportive housing, which ultimately is the goal. So when asked what we need more of, the police were not the solution. The solution is the permanent supportive housing and having short-term shelter that can provide a bridge to that permanent supportive housing.
From the survey, one gathers that the public is saying, listen, you asked us to pony up money, sales tax, bond issue,
right,
billions of dollars, and it's not working. And you can't throw money at this problem. You have to do something else.
So that's a good point about the money, but I think the poll actually was saying that the direction that we're taking with permanent supportive housing, they totally support. Where they're concerned is the immediacy of people being on the street and the humanitarian crisis we're in by not providing them shelter. So that is why the Los Angeles Business Council has now decided to fully support Mayor Steinberg and Mark Ridley-Thomas, Supervisor Mark Ridley-Thomas, and their efforts to insist upon housing for all.
Let's get into that. When you talk, this is Darrell Steinberg, the former president pro tem of the California Senate. He's now the mayor of Sacramento. He came together with Mark Ridley-Thomas, who's on this program talking about it,
yes,
about the right to shelter, which fundamentally is cities build enough places for the homeless to find shelter and find a bed. Once you do that, they don't have the option to stay on the sidewalk.
That's right, and they are both the Governor Newsom's co-chairs of his homelessness task force, and together they are advising the governor. And I think this governor has a history on housing in which he will respond.
Although I believe he's rejected this.
Well, I don't think he's rejected this. I think what they're figuring out and what they're doing for him is finding the options that are available. Right now, they feel like SON's a legal right to housing. It's voluntary right now. We will not be able to get our arms around this crisis. So we agree with him. We think a legal right to housing is essential in order to garner all the existing resources we have towards this problem so we can scale it to the degree we need to. Right now, I don't think that we're doing a bad job in terms of our approach to permanent supportive housing. That is the solution. That's what the poll said. But the immediacy of housing people, that we are not addressing properly. That needs a lot more work.
How many people out there do you believe of the homeless population are resistant to services? They actually don't want to find a place.
I don't think we're going to know that answer till we have enough shelter for everybody who wants it. Our dilemma, and the thing that worries us the most from the Los Angeles Business Council's perspective, is that the families, the individuals, our colleagues, the people that have had an economic mishap or a health crisis, these people now do not have enough money to afford any form of shelter. Many people are living in their cars, and then the type of shelter matters. We know that 3 people are dying a day. And that's when we had good weather. Now we're entering bad weather. This is a humanitarian crisis, and we think it should have the appropriate response. We need more temporary housing, and we need people to have a legal right to it, not a voluntary, if we can do it. No, not if we can do it. We need to do it.
Is it about a debate, or is it about getting something before voters, or getting a policy? Right to shelter means we're going to provide you a place, but you have to take it. I
think you're going to see legislation. I think you're going to see initiatives. I think all of that will be brought to the governor for his consideration. This is a crisis. You cannot make people wait.
Mary Leslie, president of the Los Angeles Business Council, and the website for the survey is?
Our website, labusinesscouncil.org.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. At 9 o'clock this morning, we will be talking with District Attorney of Los Angeles County, Jackie Lacey, who's seeking re-election, but is being targeted by criminal justice reform advocates. Plus, the impact the trade war with China is having on Southern California and the economy, and the effort to eliminate diesel trucks from the port. Will it clean up the air? This at 9 o'clock following Meet the Press. We'll see you then.